Good morning, everyone. Waiting for everybody to get here. Good morning, Barbara. You did. You got the best seat. Trying to get my light working here. For some reason, I can't get my light turned on. It's like the Wi-Fi functions not cooperating this morning. It's tired too. Yeah. So I'm trying to get my light working. So give me 1 second. Wait for everybody to come in anyway, and I appreciate everybody being here today. We're going to play with some new paper I got. Thought that would be fun. Good morning, Helen. You'll be in the balcony today, Candy? Good morning. Thanks for letting us know. Good morning, Dar. Aren't they cute, the vintage chickens? Hi, Eileen. Yeah, these were graphic 45 images. Good morning, Tina. Nice to see you, Tori. We haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm saying we, and Kathy's not here. Barbara. Good morning, Joy. Hope everyone's having nice, warm weather. I know that we are having summer weather actually now, so that's exciting. I even got sunburn again the other day. So I can't get my light working, and I'm kind of frustrated. I don't know why my light's not working. Of course, that happens as soon as you go live, because it worked last night, but you know, today when I'm streaming, of course, it's not going to work. It's supposed an opportune time, right? Goodness, I don't get it. It's almost like it doesn't recognize my phone. Technology, good and bad, isn't it? So confused. Oh well, we're just gonna have a lot of shadows today because I can't get my light working. So we're just going to have extra shadows today. We'll just do shadow puppets today. So He's talking about make sure it's plugged in, and you know, why would it not be plugged in? It's not like you unplug it. Yeah, I don't know. Oh well, we're just gonna make finger puppets today and not worry about it because I can't figure it out here live. So, anywho, so I bought this new paper that we would play with. It's called Natural Lakota. And they also, it's handmade computer paper, as you see. And it's pretty neat. You can use it with laser or inkjet. It's handmade. This is made in Nepal. This is a 100 sheet pack. They also have I love how it's shipped to you in this wrapped up in similar, paper. It's very lightweight. It's thicker than computer paper, but it's at the same time, though, it is very lightweight. Like it's lighter weight. If I had 100 sheets of computer paper, it would feel much heavier than this. But it's thicker than computer paper, but it's much lighter than computer paper. Like this would be heavy, and this is really not heavy at all. So I went and printed out some stuff already on my inkjet printer. I'm sorry, I have a laser printer. So you can see how beautiful these printed out. So it's kind of nice because it's cream versus, just like my background paper is dark white. And I like that it's cream. See if it will get translucent. Yeah, I don't know how much water will it hold up to. You know what I mean? Before it falls apart, or if it's going to have to be gessoed. I'm not sure. We're going to play it to see what we can do, right? So I printed out some farm quotes and some cute little chickies. So you can kind of see the different colors. So here the dark, oh, I'm sorry, I turn my autofocus. It's just not happy. Okay. So you can see from dark colors to black and white, it all looks, it looks really nice on the paper. So depending on the look you want, I think the black ink on it looks great. I think the dark color looks great. And then these are a softer colors. And I think the softer colors look beautiful on it too. So I think this paper lends itself to anything really. I mean, I like the soft colors on it. The dark. The advantage of using this versus using your printer is it has, when you tear it, you're going to have, it's got to be like rice paper. So when you tear it, it's going to have that fun edge. And then I was lighting my candle earlier and thought, let's see how it looks burnt. And it looks pretty cool. We used to do this a long time ago. We used to all burn our papers. Yeah, we'd light like incense sticks, and then we would burn the edges of our paper. Do you remember doing that, Eileen? Unplug it and see if it resets. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, you're in the hospital? I'm so sorry, Tori. Could take your iPad with you. Well, that's not good that they didn't let you do that. Oh, I'm glad you're here with us. I'm glad you're home. I got the Lakota paper on Amazon. Like I said, they have also, like, I don't know, I can't remember, it's like 10 sheets or something, 10 larger sheets that look like a little thicker. If you wanted to try that, I decided to try the computer one first. figuring, the other one looked a little thicker. That was the bigger sheets. And I still think it would be awesome to work with and would be great to have. So, for sure. So what I was going to do, I'll show you guys. Let's zoom. Let's see. Let me zoom my camera. I'll just lower my camera, it'll be easier because Kathy will be here in a little bit. Okay, so we can kind of see going in, tearing it. Hold on, I'm gonna try to get in without my autofocus on because it doesn't like it. But do you guys see the threads? It's on there and it's shedding already. I think it's cool because you can kind of get a different effect, you don't have to tear it. I mean, you could cut it. I'm just tearing it because I want to show you guys. I think it just gives it a softer edge. It's just something different than if you were using regular paper or tearing regular paper. You know what I mean? I love that this is handmade and you see all the fibers in it. And like I said, you can see tearing it. Let me put another piece of paper behind it. It'd be easier. I might turn off my autofocus for one moment. Hold on. I'm going to turn off my autofocus. Take my autofocus back on me so you can see this. Okay. So there. So you can kind of get an idea. So even where I was, hi, Joan. I got the 100. Yeah, Eileen, I got the 100 sheets. Yeah, and if you look, even where I was kind of pinching it while I was tearing it, and it made creases in the paper while I was like pulling. There. That's a good view there. So see how I made creases in the paper? But I love that if you tear this paper, you're going to get this shredded, wispy edge, right? It's so pretty. And that's why I bought it, because I thought that was really cool. Let me add Kathy. Oh, hi, Brooke. Thank you for being here.
Hey there.
Hi.
You got your paper.
Eileen says, okay, I'll order it, damn it.
Oh, did she get some? Or she's going to?
I think she just did. Hi, Kimberly. Good morning.
Hey, about time. I've been out running errands. I've been up since 8 o'clock and out already. I want to send you some of my paper too, Colleen, and compare it because it looks the same. Or it looks, I shouldn't say the same, but very similar. But mine is like the big, 20 by 30 inch sheets.
They do sell this in big sheets too. I just bought the computer paper because I like the idea of being able to print on it as well.
I think what I might do, I'm going to cut down some of mine and see if I can print on it.
Yeah, because this is made for the printer. And as you can see when I'm tearing it, even though this is a single sheet, like I was telling you, it's lighter weight than like a pack of computer paper would have been, 100 sheets. But you can see when I'm tearing it, it does require a little bit of strength.
Yeah, because it's got those fibers in it, and it's good that you're buying from there because I got another email. I found my paper through the Vintage Paper Company in the UK, and they sent out another email encouraging people to buy more of this paper. And if you can buy it direct from them, it's expensive, but I got like 100 sheets. But I guess they're hit worse than India with COVID. And the guy who owns
Hi,
the
Lisa.
paper company is like housing all his employees. Right now, I think they're shut down, but they're hoping to open up soon. But they're like, if there's a possibility, like the whole company might have to close.
Oh no.
So they're encouraging people to buy the paper. So it's good that you bought the paper. It's not the same company, but it's Nepal. It's the same area. So all the people in Nepal, I mean, I guess it's really bad there. And yeah, so but that's good. I'm glad you bought some.
I just thought it looked really neat. I just love the effect, but that's a benefit is so depending on how you tear it. Now see, look at this edge. Hold on. There it is. So look at this edge.
I know, that's cool. Because see, here's how mine comes. That's like the edge on how mine comes. And then I'm going to measure off an 8.5 by 11 and tear it and see how it is.
But I love how it looks. So you know how it is with paper. If you tear one way, you get if you're using like a scrapbook paper, if you tear one way, you get the white showing. If you tear the other way, you don't get the white showing, right? So my thought is that this is similar depending on which way you're tearing it and how you're tearing it, and you're going to get the different effects. But I think this would be great for scrapbooking. I think you'd be able to use it for junk journals, card making.
Try it with your ruler.
Oh no, I have not tried my ruler.
It's making a nice fluffy tear with the ruler.
So you can think about card making, junk journaling, mixed media. I mean, you know, I just the touch, the feel. I mean, just let's try that. I'll tear this piece with the ruler.
See how it makes it? It's like you can't. It's like fuzzy tear. It looks
fuzzy
really
tear.
See, there.
Oh yeah, I see that now. U.S. has been sending vaccines to India. Well, that's great. Actually, good. People in the U.S. aren't going to, you know, if some people don't want to sign up for it, we may as well give it to the people who do want to, you know?
Exactly. All right, so I'm going to do these like 8.5 by 10, and those should go through the computer, okay?
It does. Let's see. I didn't quite get even tear. I see what you're saying. So if you can use your Deco Edge ruler to get.
You get that fuzzy.
Hold on.
Probably giving everybody vertigo with our with both of our cameras going in and out.
Let me try the bigger tear. Let me pull back. Tear is easier with the ruler than your fingers, I will say that. But you're gonna get, you know,
it's a different
but you might not want an even tear, or maybe you do. So this is kind of neat. So I use the back side of this one. I think yours looks thick. It's tearing different. I think yours is thicker because it's not printer paper.
That might be. I'll send you some so you can compare it.
You have the other pack that's thicker, but so you can see where I tore this.
Yeah, this came directly. It's a different company. This came directly from there.
So,
but it would be nice to have a thinner one.
Exactly. That's what I was toying with too. I was like, the thicker one is neat because you think you could do book covers with them, something more heavy duty. But then I like the idea that I could print out digi images on it, stamp on it, and things like that.
Because use it for collage
because it was thin, and then I would get more bang for my buck in terms of getting more sheets for the money.
I will, Eileen. Let's see. I wonder how that'll work. Where is the Timmy? wonderful Timmy Decollage.
Good morning, Vanessa. Yeah, she got hers from the company.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I didn't say hi to anybody. Sorry I was late this morning counting.
You're late every Friday.
You know what? Because I think like, okay, I'm just going to run out and do a few errands. But I had to go today. Tomorrow's Doug's birthday, so I had a couple things I had to do today.
Oh.
So
It's his birthday. Cool.
okay, so the Timmy Decollage one, it cuts it nicely, but it's less fibery. There's maybe a little bit of fibers in there, but there's more fibers. It's more fibery with the ruler. But it actually, this is probably the best paper that I put through the Timmy cutter. It cut it pretty easy. I don't know if it's because it's thicker.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. But you do, like, when you do it with the ruler, you get more fiber. You see more fibers. Huh. Interesting. All right, so yours is called, do you have the link for yours, Kelly?
No, but I held it up. It probably will be hard for you. I held it up, the cover.
It's Lokta, natural Lokta handmade computer paper. Kathmandu Valley Company. Okay, I'll type in.
I'll try to put the link in the description when I'm done.
Yeah, hold on. Let me leave it for just
Good morning,
a second. I'll let you know when after I type it into Amazon. Hold on. All right. So it's handmade computer paper, natural Lokta pack of 100 sheets.
Oh yeah, it did come in different colors. I forgot to mention that. You can get different. You can get a pack of different colors too if you want, not just plain.
Okay, here it is. Handmade Lokta paper, Lokta laser and inkjet printer paper. Is that it?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. You want me to put the link up then?
Yeah, that way if anyone needs it, that's good.
Oh yeah, this is it. This is it. Okay. Hopefully it'll fit in here.
Isn't that cool, Eileen? Look at the rust infusions. It looks like a flower.
Oh, I bet those look good. Oh, good. That should work.
I mean, this is fairly damp. You can see through the back. Doesn't that look like a flower? Or a firework?
Check it out. Okay, Monday. All right.
Cool.
Got it. Oh, that's nice. I bet those other, what's the other things? I bet the magicals will work good on here too.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to try. I wanted to try see the magicals on it as well.
That's really pretty. That is really, really pretty. Okay,
Right.
Kimberly's sewing and cussing.
No way.
Sorry, Kimberly.
Kimberly cusses?
I know. Isn't that surprising?
That's funny.
Okay, so did you get your I'll get my magicals out.
I'll try like a dark and then like a light to see what the dark colors like. These are a little glittery, so
Oh,
color.
here's
It's
my
gonna look different because it doesn't have the walnut ink. It does it like glitter.
Okay, I only have 3 infusions. So did you spray first, Colleen?
This one I sprayed first, and this one I sprayed after.
Okay.
I think I like to spray before.
All right, so let me. Oh, so we did these with little brushes. Or do you have shakers on
I
yours?
have shakers and the other, but these have tendency to have more glitter in them, but I thought these would be easier.
All right, let me try.
Okay, the wetter the better with the magicals.
Okay.
And, oh, sorry.
All right, let's see. Here's my infusions.
All right, wetter the better because that is definitely dispersing, but it is bleeding through.
Okay.
So just like be careful if but look at the back though. I don't mind the back either.
The back is actually, I really like the back.
Let's see.
Now, is yours different, like from side to side? Like one side's softer, one side's a little bit waxy?
No, they're the same on both.
Oh, here is one to get my camera closer.
I really like how once it got really wet, it dispersed better. It didn't have to get as wet to disperse the infusions, which is interesting. I'm not sure why that is. Let's go with one that's not shimmery. Find a flat.
Oh, I like the back.
Yeah, I was gonna say the back actually looks pretty neat. Let's see. Cola said they make Lakota paper that is seeded. It actually sprouts wildflowers. What?
Oh, wow.
Right? Did Dana love this paper? Oh, Ann Brooks tag is it? Yeah, they're talking about Ann Brooks tags. I didn't know she's still doing that.
Oh, it's the whole year.
So that's interesting. So if you buy the Lakota paper that's seeded, it will actually sprout flowers when it gets wet. How cool is that?
That's cool.
It looks sparkly. I wonder how my flats are.
All right, I have to do it this way.
See how wet we can get this. You can get pretty wet. Yeah, that looks neat. Almost looks like a flower. It shot out because I picked it up and angled it, and it kind of like pushed out it's separated the glitter from the pigment.
Yeah, see, here's a little twig or something in mine. See the it has a little bit darker fibers in there too.
Oh, there is a twig in there. Cute. Let's try unplugging my camera.
See. Ooh, gosh, it's actually put on less. I barely put any of this on here. Helen, we have to water our journals. Sorry,
Oh,
gotta go water my
journals.
journal.
Funny.
All right, let me do.
All right, so okay, so you can see you can get it pretty wet. It will bleed through, so you know you want to have this out. But look at the back of it. See, you have two choices.
It's cool.
Do I like now? The interesting thing about the back of it is the fact that I don't have the glitter. Like here, you can see the glitter. You see that you can maybe not see it. You can see the glitter line here. So I flip it. Like it's glittery overall, but like you don't have the chunk of glitter that was sitting there. Like you don't have the chunk of glitter. I like that you have a choice. And also, you know, it just makes it more interesting. Darn it. Sorry about my camera, guys. It's moving. Like, I gotta just quit, dude. I gotta just focus it in and out because it's making it worse. Making y'all sick. Like, oh, God. There. And I'm back out. Okay. So you got your choice. You go, I like glitter, or do I not like glitter? I don't know. They do have journals from Nepal filled with that paper. Yeah, they do.
Or you could use that paper and make your own journal.
That is true. You could definitely make your own journal. All right, so let's try some alcohol ink on it. I'm sure it's going to go through like crazy. It's because it is alcohol ink. So if I can find it should be on my desk. Where is it? Oh, that's right. They don't have an alcohol ink in the, I keep thinking they have alcohol ink in the color of the, but they don't. Okay. So I'm going to try some inks. Now the acrylic ink just immediately soaked in. Let's see if we can get it to move. Oh, probably should wet it first. Let's do this. It's probably slightly fragile while it's still wet, but once it dries, it'll probably be fine. I mean, because it is handmade paper. So
Get my spray. I'm gonna get my. Do you have your spray inks out, Colleen, or just the acrylic?
do I have what?
Do you have your spray inks out, or just the acrylic ink?
Right now, I just have I'm trying everything. So okay. I'm just seeing what this is. This one is a Liquitex. Can't pronounce it. It's this one.
I'll try.
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. Not even. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. It is. It's like this is. I mean, once you start doing this, it's going to be unpredictable. But the cool thing is too that this is the alcohol ink will dry permanent, right? So where these will also the magicals dry permanent, but like the infusion does not. So if you put a wet medium on it, it's going to move.
Hey, Colleen, do you have the Seth sprays?
Yes.
Okay, try this. Here's the Seth spray on mine.
Oh, that looks nice. And it colored then you can make it whatever color you want.
Yeah.
versus buying the colored
That
one.
took it really nice. And then look at on mine, it didn't come through a whole lot.
That's
So I
good.
think mine is a little thicker than yours.
I think you had the thicker version.
But
Yep.
it is I like the little bit that came through.
All right, Eileen, are you watching? Where's that?
Okay. I'm gonna make a bunch of different colors.
Oh, look at this, Eileen.
Ooh. Now what's that, Colleen?
Alcohol ink and 91% alcohol. Look at that.
That is cool. Let me get out some alcohol ink.
Ah, look how pretty this looks.
All right, I'm putting the magicals away.
Oh boy, liking that.
Is that just straight alcohol ink or did you add blending solution?
No, I did alcohol ink and then I dropped the 91% alcohol on it. Then it moved it and made it disperse beautifully.
Oops. Okay.
See what happens when it gets into the water. Because that part's wet from the ink. See if we can make it move in the water. Ooh, we can. Now let's do another drop. Let's see what happens. So if you took your time, you could make some really neat effects with this. Leave them dark, make them lighter. Add alcohol, don't add alcohol. Let's see what happens with just what's down. Let me just shake it on there too. Hold on. That does so much work. It has to be more penetrated than that. Okay, I like the alcohol ink, Eileen. That's actually really fun. Well, I love alcohol ink anyway. It's very cool, right? I could see this one. You could just keep adding to it and manipulating this so you're, till you're happy with it. But that's actually pretty awesome.
All right. I want to try. Ooh. Oh, no, Chip, there's nobody there.
Let me drop another color on that real quick. Does that look rusty to anyone? It is the rust color.
Oh yeah, it does.
So I really like that. So if you want to have, now I really like the rust on there. Let me find a rusty, I have a rusty spray too. Let me find a rusty spray.
I'm looking for blending solution. Oh, here. Oh, alcohol lift. What's alcohol lift?
Oh, the alcohol lifting pad, Eileen.
Oh, that's a pad. Okay, because I have. Okay.
Hi, Christy.
So that goes with an ink pad.
Oh, so you've worked with Lakota paper then, Christy?
Christy Jones, thanks for being. Oh, has she?
So what? If you could do that in chat, can you like tell us what you've done with it, like, or what your favorite things you've done with the Lakota paper? We'll send you a link and you can show us too.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice.
All right, I'm gonna try the oxide rusty hinge, but I'm gonna put on a different piece of paper. I am going to add some more alcohol to that, but now I want to try the rusty hinge oxide over here. Oh, thanks, Joan. It's pretty, isn't it? Thank you, Joan. Now I'm kind of seeing a fish. Is anyone else seeing a fish?
Yeah. That's really cool.
I have a rusty fish. She uses them for journal insert covers, usually really textured side. So maybe she has one you have with a textured side and a smoother side. I paint mandalas on them, smoother side, use a watercolor wash. So when you paint mandalas, are you using acrylics or watercolors?
Acrylics, I bet. Oh, thanks, Tina. I'll do it quicker. Mine is Hatakami.
Yeah, I did add it more while it was damp.
Okay, so mine is damp. And mine, okay.
Oh, that's interesting. Now, y'all just saw that, right?
Uh-uh.
So if I lay that down.
Oh, I do see that fish.
Look. Now, I laid it on top of the other paper. And now you can actually kind of use that for your, yeah, I like my fish. That was not, I like making something I didn't plan on.
You need more alcohol. Okay, here we go.
Soda oxide.
See, my paper, I think my paper like really soaks it up fast.
I like the oxide sprayed on here versus direct. Now let's leave. Now that was Rusty Hinge.
Okay. Thank you, Eileen. I said the acrylic. Okay. I'm not sure. This is a dye spray.
It's probably stopping it from spreading.
Hey, Eileen, is there acrylic in the dye sprays?
Crazy.
I bet it does have it written on it. I'll do it on plain paper.
Okay, yeah. Okay. That's a good question. Dar wants to know, Christy, is what's the best glue that you use for this? That's a good question.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Acrylics, she does a thin them out. Okay, she thins down her acrylics, so her dots are smoother.
You just thin them with water, Christy?
Use glue, either art glitter, fabric tack, or super strong glue stick. I've never heard of that brand. Kokuyo. And I could try to say it because I know I won't be able to.
Okay. I'm going to look that up.
What happens if I put the alcohol on there? Let's just try I know the blending solution you said is what, lacquer in it? I just want to see. Because what's going to do on top of the spray. Make it look like a flower. I like the alcohol better than the blending solution. It does work on, it is working on top of this. I don't know. Maybe he does do that normally. I don't remember. He does so many techniques. Tim, I'm referring to. Although I think it looks better on straight on than with that. I mean, it looks better straight on. Now it's drying. It looks even cooler. So I definitely like the alcohol ink alone versus I just put it on top of this just to see what would happen. You got to try it, right? To see if you're going to like it. See if it's going to work. Now the other thing you could use would be the walnut crystals. And I have walnut spray. That would work. I think that will work beautifully. I mean, if you want to just have a subtle background like that. So you can use any, I'd say like the walnut crystals is nice. Let's see if we put like where did I have those? Where's the chunks? Perhaps if we put like a couple little chunks, it's not diluted. It should look similar to the infusions because it has walnut. It must be too close to my mic. Let's see. So coffee would work on here. The walnut crystals work nicely. You could probably put coffee.
Yeah.
Tea. That looks really, actually that looks pretty neat if you just wanted this subtle background that dries. We could try stamping on that. That looks crazy, right? With the oxide and then the alcohol. it's fun to see what's going to happen. I mean, it may turn out, it may not, but this is all, this is how you make happy accidents and learn, right?
I agree, Christy. Do you have a source for that glue? Or do you just get it from Amazon?
Oh, thanks, Helen, for the link. It's a square glue stick. And repositional, and one doesn't work as well. Okay, I don't like repositional. I know I never use those. That makes sense. Thanks, Eileen. Oh, thanks, Sherry. Helen's want to know if she posted the correct link, Christy. Let's try. Just want to see these inks. So we saw how pretty this one looks. I think alcohol. I don't know. The alcohol ink is my favorite for sure. But then, these, like we were talking about, like covering up the one vase thing I didn't like, I showed last week. You can make flowers with it.
Thanks, Christy. I like jet pens.
This is Bria Reese. So see hers versus Tim's.
How's that? Just let me know how that works. I think I have some of that, Colleen.
Try tilting it too. The Bria Reese did not. I think it's spread as good as his. Yeah, his works better. Oh, that's interesting. I'm having to use a lot more alcohol for hers to disperse it versus Tim's. I'm not sure what to think about that. Okay, so there's hers. So where's Tim's? Yeah, his disperses better. So not all alcohol ink is the same. I think I like his better. Let me try a different color and see if it's just that. I can keep kind of maintains the ring like it would a Nupo paper, remove it, and this did not. Let's try a different color, see if it's the color. Make sure it go quick. Oh, maybe it's the color that's working better. Maybe it's a turquoise. That looks better. It's the same brand. It's just magenta. Maybe the turquoise is thicker. Okay. It was just a turquoise. I feel a lot better about that. I'm like, oh no. Because that looks pretty nice. See, like that turquoise just kind of bleh, just kind of spread out. You can't tell if it's an ink or what it is, but this one turned out nice. It almost looks like a poppy. Or it's pretty. That was just a color, so that's interesting. So I guess if you pick your colors, try it out in a little corner and make sure that it's going to disperse the way you want it, because that one did great. Let's try another infusion. It's like a We did the Rusty, which is my favorite, but let's try Currents. Oh, I like Rocky Road. This one's a pretty one. I do have, I ordered a 2-ounce inks, right? The giant ones. I do have some not Copic ink like refills. I have like alcohol pens. I could try those. Like alcohol markers. Oh, I like it. Look at the Rocky Road. Boy, that's pretty. You see the tea in the middle and it's dispersing. It looks, oh, that looks really pretty. I really like the infusions. Actually, I think I like this one better than I do the rust colors. I think because I kept it concentrated in the middle and I didn't disperse it. Let's try that again. I think it's how I put it on there. I think because I kept it centered and I didn't do it like scattered. Hi, Jack.
Oh, you can hear him. He's up there singing.
He's a cutie. Hi, Jack.
He must have gotten his snake. All right, hopefully I salvage this.
I think I like it in the middle and then just kind of dispersing it outwards. Did you see that? Oh, good thing that's on camera. Woo! I just made a spill.
Okay, what I do like when you put the Seth sprays on, Colleen,
Yeah.
you can really I can't get you to see it here. Oh, maybe a little bit here. The fibers come through. You can really see the fibers in it, which is nice.
I made a spill. Right, Eileen? This dream is not complete till I spill something.
Oh, Eileen, I got my wax thread already. Thank you.
I am the queen of spillage.
All right, let's
Hold on. Let's use this to our advantage.
I love those chicks. What now? Which stamp is that, Colleen?
I printed it out.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
This is not how you use infusions. This is called, I made a big mess, and so I'm just going to like.
Pick up what you can. Hey,
Just-
Kathy Arbor.
I'm going to disperse it.
That
Big fingerprints.
came in that I missed.
It prints with the printer beautifully.
Okay, Helen. All right.
Don't do what I did. Don't spill your infusions. It's all right. Luckily, I have 100 sheets of this. Because I'm going to be playing. It's really, actually, I'm really impressed with how wet you can get this. Hi, Belinda. We're playing with some new paper that I found on new to me on Amazon. It's called I have the computer paper version, but Kathy has the thicker sheets.
Yeah, mine and Colleen's is a natural Lokta, and mine is a Hatakami paper. I don't know what the difference is, if it's in the type of tree they use or what.
This is handmade from Nepal. I got it
both handmade papers from Nepal, so.
Crazy cool. Hold on.
All right, here's some magenta Tim spray. I like that it soaks up really evenly on these papers.
I got a big mess. I'm just going to keep going.
Hey, Colleen, did you see this?
Let's see.
That's more of the Tim spray.
Oh, that looks great on there.
So it covers it nice. It covers it nice and even. It doesn't get blotchy.
I love it.
Let's try some more. Okay, here's a green. Okay. Hey, Eileen, you'll have to use some of your Tim sprays on the paper when you get it. I just really like how it soaks up.
It holds a ton. I've got this thing soaked with water and soaked with a gazillion pounds of infusions that I spilled. Now, while it's wet, that's when we can probably then, oh, I see a bird or something. If you see it, it's like right there's a wing. Sorry, it's what I do. I look for shapes. It's what I do. And then when it's wet, I mean, you can definitely just get in here and very definitely easily. I also want to die cut it next. I want to see how well I can die cut it.
Ask Eileen if you need to put a piece of regular paper underneath it to help it cut through because of the fibers. I don't know why I think that you might.
Oh.
Eileen should be on here with us.
I agree.
Okay. Joy thinks that Viva Las Vegas has that stamp or something very similar. Oh, that's cool.
Also, I was thinking, we also got to try some stitching and sewing on this too.
I bet it goes great through your what's it called? Sewing machine. What's that machine called?
That one thing.
That one thing. That sewing machine thing.
That one thing.
Okay, here is tea. This is the one I want to see how this is. Here's the tea Seth spray.
I might shred it too. Let's see. Fringe it.
Ooh. Interesting. Look at this, Colleen.
What spray is that?
That is the Seth tea spray.
Let's see how I'm going to try it while it's really wet. I want to see how I can manipulate the edges. And
Oh, and now I just added water to it. Ooh, look at that. How about that for rust?
let's see. Oh, that looks really good.
And
That
okay,
definitely looks rust.
Okay, so that's the tea spray, and I added water to it.
Wow, tea? It's diluted. The tea.
It's a Seth Apter tea color.
Tea. Oh, Seth Apter, not Tim. Got it.
Right, Seth Apter tea, and then I just sprayed it with this water sprayer, and it just kind of all blended. But that, I really like that. See, now this would be cool for a book cover because it's so sturdy. Crunkle it up and see if it gets wrinkles and then spray. Ooh, good idea. All right. We got one here. All right, so we're going to crinkle this one up. Let's see what other colors are
Not
here.
about working with this. It's all. I mean, it's almost. I mean, obviously it's handmade with fibers, but it's just like a fun combination of almost like paper fabric play. Like it's so neat. And
Okay, you know how you could salvage that, Colleen?
No, I'm just playing with the edges. Look.
I know. When it dries, run some bright yellow stitching through there would look cool. What do you think?
That could be cool.
Just some, funky stitching back and forth.
Let's see if I can make it look like I don't know, like a shredded poncho or something.
Okay.
Like I want my work.
Here we go. I'm going to take the tea dye again. That is cool. And then look at where I rub the excess on the clean sheet of paper. See all the little fibers and wrinkles, Eileen, that got in there? That looks cool too.
I think this is just going to add a fun element to junk journals and altered books and scrapbooks, card making. I can see his paper. No matter what your craft is, you can definitely sew on this. I'm going to be sewing on some too and trying that. But like, this is fun. Okay, so this is how you take. Look how cool that looks. So I just shred it. When it dries, it looks like it's like a tie-dye shirt that's got shredded edges. I'm gonna dry this just to see how it looks when it's dry. I think manipulating this to where, you know what I mean, by tearing, where it's crunching, spraying, painting on, like that's what makes this a really fun thing to play with. You could definitely probably slow stitch on this if you want to slow stitch.
Okay. Here's a little speckled egg added to the mix. Can you see the blue?
Right. Is it fabric or is it paper? Right. I mean, maybe you're literally asking that. It is. But that's like kind of the principle. Is it fabric? Is it paper? It's actually fibrous paper. Gail came in late. Let's see. It is handmade paper from the fall that we're playing with, Gail.
I think this will dry nice.
I got this on Amazon, and I ran it through my inkjet or my laser printer, and it does beautifully. So this is computer paper. And this is some light colors. You could just do nice stuff too, and just print out some images and soft tear the edges. You don't have to do what I'm doing. I'm just trying because I'm trying to see what it can do. Since I made it soak this sucker up with a gallon of infusions. Let's see what it can do. I'm going to dry it and see its integrity seems after it's dry, since I did all this at the bottom. These little chicks up top, I printed those off on it. I'll go get some alcohol inks, yellow one, and we'll try it on the chicks, Eileen. Yeah, it is neat. Yeah, I want to see if it die cuts too. Agree. I want to see if it die cuts. It is fun to see. I mean, I got the 100 pack, so this is. And then when you get something new, this is really the best way to learn what you can do with it. It's just to play. If it turns out awful, throw it away. Who cares? Just toss it. Turns out awesome. You're like, I'm going to do that again. The paper is very lightweight compared to computer paper, but it's thicker than computer paper. It's really interesting. Now, you missed this earlier, Gail, but there is Lakota paper that has seeds in it, and Helen said it's as flower seeds. If you sprayed it, it would grow flowers. So we can grow flowers in our art. Oh, I'm liking the edges. Okay, let's concentrate on the edges. It's going to take forever to get the rest of it dry because I got it soaked. The alcohol inks turn out beautiful on it, Gail. Look at that one. Look at my fish. The alcohol inks. This is Tim's Rust alcohol ink. Look how beautiful that is. We tried some magicals. So sorry about the blur. We did some magicals. And we did some inks, infusions. But so far, I'm loving the alcohol ink. Of course, y'all know I like alcohol ink, so I'm inclined to like it anyway. It's just it's a fun medium to play with. Okay, so look at the edges now. So remember I had this soak because I had my infusions accident. And now I tore it while I was all wet. And now I got most of the edges dry, but it's actually kind of feels cool because now it's crispy. Now I've got it wet and saturated, and then I tore it and then just dried it a little bit. Look. Now you can see the fibers in it. You can see that, Gail, how many fiber. It's just really cool. Right now it's all crusty. Look at that. Oh, seriously cool. It feels all crusty on the edges down here. Okay, I'm liking that. That was fun. That was super fun. Now, let's run some through a die cut. I'm liking the crusty paper. Just saying, I like my fish. This one was an alcohol ink we did, Gail, and this dispersed really pretty on it. I didn't care much for the oxides on it. The walnut crystals look nice on it, I think. Now you find a part you like. See if we can. So I'd say experiment. Put some watercolors, acrylics. just play. You guys see the now the white fibers show up better than the colored. See how I tore into the pink? But like it doesn't show up as much as the white. I like the white in contrast with the alcohol ink blob. But like the color dispersed here is more subtle, right? Versus the contrast. Good morning, Judy. We're making messes. It's all Eileen's fault. No, it isn't. I bought the paper. All right. I'm just going to fold this. All right. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to grab, let me get die cut. What die cut are we going to use, Eileen? Excuse me, guys. I'm so tired. It's been a busy week. So recuperating. Let's try a globe. Let's try the globe. That could be interesting. Let's do something that's not boring. Let's try the globe and see. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm going to die cut this. See, just to see if it cuts. Okay. No, I totally love my fringe paper. Serious. Totally love this. Okay. Hold on. It does die cut. Let me put this here so I don't get my bag. It helps if you get it straight, not crooked. Hold on. Die cuts beautifully, Eileen. But just don't mind the bad die cutter who put the thing on the globe on there crooked. Look at that. Yeah, die cut's really nice. It's yeah, you can also put it through. You can also use this paper with inkjet. That's what's really awesome about this too. Is it is for laser and inkjet printer. So yeah, if you have a inkjet printer, Belinda, you can definitely use this paper on that through it. It's for both kind of printers. And how just to find paper that works for both Makes it really versatile, right? We are putting it to the test. Yeah, I really like I love this darn edge. I love how crunchy and cool this looks. I gotta find a good page for that. I really like how that looks. Okay. The globe, if you do it correctly, does beautifully. Let's see if we can. Let's try. Let's see what I got handy dandy here. Let's see. Let me flip this over. This thing's really wet. Hold on. Now save all these pieces. I'm gonna mangle these up, and then that way it'll be cool and wrinkly when it's done. So there it is. So if you get my camera to focus. See, it's very wet, but you see how the crinkles it while it's wet? So I can't remember if she wet hers when it was wet or dry. She crinkled hers. Was it wet or dry when she crinkled it, Kathy? Almost looks
Okay, I was muted while I was drying. I crinkled it dry.
All right, so I'm crinkling it. These are soaked. This is my infusions disaster. And it's pretty cool. It actually, you get a lot more.
Actually, that turned out really pretty. Don't you think? Because I think it looks really pretty.
Yeah, I do. I know, for my big like boo-boo. Doesn't that look like a leaf now?
Yeah. So what could you do? I wonder if you wet it, sprinkled infusions, or sprinkled, because is that the magicals or the infusions?
This was the infusions that I dumped all over this one. I spilled it. I think it would be beautifully sewn. This is still soaking wet.
Yeah, and mine are taking a while to dry.
Yeah, they are. And I just focused on the edges and dried the edges and made them crispy. So I'm wondering, so if you just flat out wet it, let's just wet it and then dry it, see if it gets crunchy. I mean, obviously we're using it's meant just a computer print, but that's what.
Yeah, but look at this other stuff. I love how this one sprays. You've got to spray some of yours too, Colleen, and see if it sprays the same as this, because I really like this. Because here, so now I have a little mini book.
Aren't you tricky? That's awesome.
And these are with just different color papers. You want to make a rainbow journal, just spray these papers. It's a lot easier than dyeing. I should see how they spray through a stencil.
Oh yeah, I haven't tried a stencil yet, which is amazing. Because you know me and
and then
our massive stencil collection.
Yeah, we might have a couple.
So there you go. So then you could so you see it all crumbly and torn. And now you could glue that down or stitch it and keep adding to it.
Oh, that's so cute.
Now you've just made this wrinkly.
Oh my gosh, Kelly, put that flower on the front of one of those file folder cards.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, because now it looks like I meant to soak it with infusions.
Right. I love that. I wonder if you could put some infusions like we do with the set of color, like put some infusions in a cup, crinkle up the paper, and stick it in the cup and see what happens.
a cup.
Yeah. Maybe not.
I'm like, making sure I'm hearing it clearly.
No, just here, I'll do it. I'll do it with mine.
Do it. Okay, you do.
I'll do it with mine. Hold on, I need to get some more paper. Oh, here, I have to cut off some more.
Let's do a.
I just was kind of thinking out loud.
No, it's funny. Just I'm like, did I hear her say that? Let's
Yeah.
try to stamp on the.
Well, because in fact, I still have my set. I covered my set of color stuff too. I could even stick it in there.
And push harder there.
Okay. Hey, Judy, are you working on your Zentangle things? I want to do one first. Before I do that, I am going to do one with just the Tim Distress Spray.
This is because this is so dark. The stamps aren't showing up too much, but did show up quite nicely on the pink. We try this one. This is a solid, more of a solid one. Let's see if that would be better. Yeah, that's better because this is so dark. I need a solid stamp.
Oh my God, Colleen, you know what I just thought of? You could use that green paper and add leaves to that painting.
Oh, the one I don't like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you think? That would be like a nice
It would be nice.
texture-y thing.
Yeah, it could be. It would help. It might help it.
I think those make really cool.
It almost looks like I may need to cut this. It almost looks like a wing. How are you? I see you. Hi, sweetheart. Let me find a.
I started them, Judy, but I'm not working on them right now. I'm working on this. I'm not working them on right now. Actually, I did start. I haven't done any more since Tuesday, though. I hope to finish them up by this weekend. Oh, and if Patty's working, I did get your message. Hi. I was in the car when it came.
All right,
that's pretty.
Brainstorming here. I think I would do. So let's see if we can brainstorming. That sounds funny. I want to see if we can stick some tissue on top of it. You know we can stamp on it, so let's try. Any of these dry? Oh, my papers are wet. So we manipulate it, right? So we made a flower with it. I love that. You can do that with paper as easily, like as texture-y as this is. Let's take a. Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna use scissors and tear him up Dina's face. Hold on. I do want to tear these edges. Hold on. It's not so square. Okay, if you use matte medium, let's try matte medium just to see what happens. I mean, don't turn out. Let's just try matte medium. I used all that rice paper glue I used to have. Okay, I'm liking that. Okay, the matte medium works nicely. Hi, Dot. How are you, Dot?
Does the matte medium make it go clear or no?
Not as, at least on the tan, because this is white and this is tan. I mean, it's not totally soaking in.
Okay.
I might not have enough matte medium on there. I just realized that part of it's not even glued down. Hold on. Maybe it was going skimpy.
All right, I turned my brightness down. This is giving it a little bit truer color. Let me just turn it up a hint for
See if
the
that helps make it disappear.
magenta's not really that dark. Hold on.
Let's see. Let's try. I guess you could do a piece of rice paper on. I'm sure it would. The rice paper would work fine too.
Okay, that's pretty true to color now. So here's the Tim Distress Spray Patina, his new color. I like that. All right, so I'm gonna crinkle some up. I think what I'll do first is I'll just put it in the set of color that I have and see what happens.
Oh, glad to hear that, Dot.
All right, let me go get that stuff.
Now, let's see.
Okay, I'm gonna put gloves on for this.
You don't want to have stained hands like me? Oh my God. What? This isn't pretty?
No, I'm using the set of colors.
Okay. Oh, the fabric paint.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I'm interested in seeing what that does.
Let's see. Oh, yawn. I'm gonna put an apron on too, so. Hey, Maggie.
Hi, Maggie.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna use one of these dark colors.
You forgot it was Friday?
I kept thinking yesterday was Friday. I thought today was Saturday when I woke up. Completely lost.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to dip this in. I have a feeling this is going to soak it up really good. And I don't want to leave it in it there long because I don't want it to be really dark.
You just got here. We're playing with this. I'm playing with this paper, Maggie. So we're just seeing what it can do and what products look cool on it, and yeah, just playing with it. Kathy's is similar but slightly different. So
Yeah, hers, Colleen's is Lokta, mine is Hatakami. I think they just use different trees, I think is the difference. Okay. Wow, that really grabbed this.
this is Dilutions. That looks, actually the Dilution spray looks good on it.
Oh, it does.
Add another color in a second with it dry. Although it is not permanent, but let's see, let me move these over.
You never know what we might be doing, Maggie. Right, Colleen?
Right. Sometimes it might be fun, sometimes it may not. Sometimes it might be messy. You know?
Sometimes it might be scary.
That too. It was scary when I spilled all the infusions. It scared me. It's like, oh no. Why? Why did I do that?
All right, I'm just trying to lift some of this up. Yeah, I think that did color nice, Eileen. I like that. If you rub it, I'm thinking if you rub it lightly when it's wet, don't rub it too hard, but some of the fibers move around or come off.
See, it's a nice stencil.
Just got a little piece of fiber come off. Yeah, I like that. All right, so
I have to die cut this globe just to use as a stencil.
Set of color really soaks it up.
You make us. Let's do the back. It does soak through.
With this pink. All right.
That white. You lighten it up.
Okay.
Dude, that I like that. You see that, Eileen? I sprayed some the white Delusions on top of the other Delusions, and it made it like mottled. I think that's the right word.
Yeah, Eileen, I'll do a couple different colors. This one is the really pale pink. I just wanted to see if that did anything to this. And then I'll do a bright color. All right. Oh yeah, it did. I don't know if you can't really see it. It did. There's little hints of soft hints of pink in here. I'm gonna let this one soak for a while and let that soak. Leave it for a while, see what happens. All right, now I'll do blue. Ooh. All right.
They have different colors just on one. I think she's talking to you.
Ew. All right, let me do this, and then I'll get a pipette and drop color onto it and see what happens. All right. And the one thing I know with these, the color is going to be permanent, so you can work on top of them. Oh, good idea to put the black on top of the pink. Oh, that's right, the seam binding. I should do some of that while I have it out. I won't do it now, but... All right, so that made a pretty blue. This actually had some of the dark grayish black, whatever that color is in it, so that turned out nice. Maggie. Eileen, I knew you were a closet lace user. She'll argue with you that seam binding's not lace though, Maggie, but yeah, you're right. You're right. But see that, I think that looks really cool. Some of the black came up, some fibers came up through there. Yeah, this is paper. Colleen's is called Lokta paper, and mine is Hatakami. All right, let me find a pipette and I'll do some different colors, just dropping it on. Check. No, stay. You can stay. I just need to move your bed. Come on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you. I need to get these. I needed these. Oh, and I didn't even need to disturb you. Oh, I'm sorry. I got some over here. Okay. Hatakami is mine, and I get it through the Vintage Paper Company in the UK. And Colleen's is Lokta, Lokta, and she got hers on Amazon. And some of the mods have links that they could put up. All right. Let's do, here, let me get a piece of white paper underneath. All right.
Had a Woody. I just read that.
What?
I like she said had a Woody.
Hatakami.
I had no idea what she was saying or how it's spelled either. I just did. Oh yeah. Kathy is good at that.
I know, but who knows if I'm saying it right or not. Ooh. Now I like how this drops in and spreads. Right, that one will be dry. This one will be wet.
The paper I got, you can run through your printer, Maggie, and you can use it on laser or jet. Hold on.
Yeah, get Colleen's. It's cheaper. You can get it on Amazon and it comes in a couple days. Mine is about a 3-week. Mine takes about 3 weeks.
They did have the thicker sheets and they had other colors, so you can get these in the thicker sheets. Like, it's not computer paper form. But I thought this, I got a lot of bang for my buck, so it's, if I'm gonna play and spill infusions, did not kidding. Expensive. I can't believe I spilled those. Yeah, I can.
Okay, where's my bright blue? Shoot. Oh, there's the bright blue. I'm going to do that.
I know we haven't tried on it is any pens. Let's see if any pens would work well on it.
Okay, so this spreads out nicely on the wet paper. There's a little alcohol in there. Doesn't spread as much on the dry, but it does spread. I like it on the wet better.
Actually, let me try again. That's first again. I'm getting the film off my stamp. Or maybe find me a rubber stamp. It has like a. It has a, yeah, I had to do that with. Huge.
Oopsie, I didn't mean to put that all the way in. Oh, of the paper jar? It's fun paper.
Let's try stays on this time.
All right, let me do.
Okay.
Here's some of those little pods I had left in there.
Oh my, people have been enabled. Amazon only has 3 left.
Yeah, I saw that. And by tomorrow, the price will be up.
Tomorrow, the price will be up.
Yeah, get it today. That's they're known for
that.
Okay. Okay, all right, I'll spray this one with water. I'm actually putting I'm putting a drop of alcohol ink in these, or a drop of alcohol. All right, so now.
We'll try all the different.
I'm running out of water. Here we go.
Try the different ink pads and see.
Oh, nice. It's running, Eileen. It's running. Oh, you need to go bigger on your picture, Colleen.
I did on purpose because I was just kind of staying in this little screen's hard. So there is the acrylic, or this is with the, I'm sorry, archival. So you can see it's stamped lighter, right? Then I used Stays On. I used Stays On with this one. So it's much darker. Okay, then this one is either the ink or it could be because it's a new stamp. And this one I used the Gina K. But look how soft and pretty that is, though.
All right, I'm going to try this and do some veining.
And they're so yucky. If you had
Okay, I will, Eileen. Let me try this first. Just want to see. I got these little teeny tiny Q-tip thingies. Ooh.
If you want a soft, delicate look, this is really nice. If you're doing a botanical journal or you want a soft look, Gina K did stamp it softly. I like it. So it depends on the look. If you want it bold, softly, play with your inks and see what works best. Because we all know they're not all the same, right? So like if you had this one, let's color this one in. Let's go get those. I am no alcohol ink expert by any means at all. So, but we will play.
You know more about him than I do, Colleen.
What we like. We stamp one more image. We'll do some different. I'll be like, yeah, we'll color this one. This is a good one. Let me stamp this one again. This one's nice and open.
All right, I'm gonna wrinkle this one, Eileen.
You stamp this one again, and then we'll, because this one I'll leave alone because that's just perfect to add on top of like some burlap or whatever.
Oh,
Okay.
I like that. It just softened everything up. That was a good idea, Eileen. All right, let me dry these so we can get an idea of how they're going to look dry. Okay, let's.
And we know the alcohol worked great as far as like what we did, spraying it, right? So
Yeah.
which I loved the effect of that one.
Wow, these hold a lot of stuff in them.
I mean, I mean, it's alcohol ink. It's going to bleed through, but it's just, see.
All right, I want to get these out of here before they spill, but I do like them. They do good color.
Get a water base. Oh yeah, let's try the what do you call it? Neos. I haven't tried that. Let's see.
What's that?
A little bit of the Neos and
Oh,
a
that's
little bit of watercolor. What else I have over here? Let's see. All right. Let's try some different. Boy, I have a mess to clean up. I'm done. I'll be up here the rest of the day cleaning out my destroyed room. All for you people. All right.
Thank you, Colleen. We love you. We love you for it.
Like I literally, you all would just, yeah. Thank you, Kathy. It's like stuff's everywhere. It's bad. It's bad. But you know what? It's just see how it's just fun to do this though. I mean, this is what I'm gonna be doing with it. Since I got everything out today, I mean as well. Let's just put this directly on.
My paper did not come from Amazon. So I don't, it might, but they do have the Hakami. I'll have to look at it. That's the Cantha. Okay. Just so you know, mine did not come from Amazon. Mine came directly from the company through Vintage Paper Company UK. So I just don't want to give any misinformation out there.
So you can wet it first and then do your water-based markers. I think I like that better. Although, you know, it depends if you want a smeared look or not. So if you don't want a smeared look, you might not want to. I kind of like how that looks. But if you're going to cut this out anyway.
Oh, okay, Dar. It's, okay, I don't know if it's the same distributor or I'll look at it later.
You can manipulate these water-based markers on here. So you could use your Crayolas or whatever you have. These are brushos. So you can wet ahead of time. You can put it down, then move it. Because again, if you cut it out, it doesn't matter if you go outside the lines, right? Funky. Boy, I barely put this marker to the paper and it really because it's water based. These are pretty juicy though. It really grabs it fast. It soaks it up quick. I'll show you guys in a second. Hold on. I'm just gonna wet it just to see what happens. Probably should change the look. Ooh! Look how it changed the look. You know, because it's a water-based marker, but that's kind of cool. Let's move this. Let's keep wetting this up. Okay. And now we need blue sky. I need a blue. I need a blue marker. So if you open off camera again. Okay, if you watch, this is pretty wet right now, but so you're going to see it. When it was dry, I grabbed it pretty quick too. Hold on. Let's just do this real quick. See how much I can manipulate it. It's starting to peel a little bit. I got it pretty wet. It's starting to. Push on back. Okay, the water-based markers are pretty fun. I'm already having fun. Okay, I don't like the alcohol. It's just too dark, it's too bold. Unless you're going to disperse that with some alcohol. I don't like that. I do love the watercolor markers on it, or water-based markers. I'm going to move see if that moves. It might be too late. So the alcohol, once it's dry, doesn't move. You can see I'm dousing it now and it's not moving. You know, almost like if you want your alcohol to move, you need to zap it right away. But I really like the brushes on there. I love that dispersed. All right, what was the other marker I was going to try? Hold on. Trying to find a blank piece of paper that doesn't have something on it. Hold on. Oh yeah, Neo2s. I mean, obviously it's water-based, but I just want to see how this plays out. Let's wet it. And then let's go with hit it with a Neo2. See how much that moves. That's moving pretty good. Ooh, I like it. Okay, so Neo2s. That's going beautifully. Okay, I like these too. Now let's do it with it on here wet. You can have as light as you want, dark as you want. Oh, I like the Neo 2s on this. I'm going to try this one real quick.
Okay, the last link I posted, I'll take you directly to the Hatakami paper that they sell. They don't have any of the natural Hatakami left, but if you contact them, you can order it, and it comes directly. It comes directly from Nepal. It's a family-run business in Nepal. Yeah, they have all different kinds of paper. And then the second link I showed is the Hatakami paper that they sell. All right, now I'm going to mute and let this dry.
I'm just trying to dry this one a little bit. This is one we use the water brush markers on. I think the alcohol might be cool only if you're going to like zap it immediately. This is the Neo 2 one. Let's see. Let's try, what's the other one? Tim's marker.
Okay, that last link that I posted is the Hatakami Direct. That's the paper I have. So if anybody's interested.
Thanks for posting it. Oh, ink tints. There you go, Judy. She is secretly wondering if ink tints works on these. I think that's a brilliant idea. Let's try that. Just try some ink tints. Okay, Tim's marker.
For putting that up. I didn't have time to look for the explanation, but thank you. That tells a little bit more about it.
Tim's markers work really nice on it. Brushos, Neo 2s. So whatever's your thing. So far, all of it works. All right. All right, let's try some ink tint blocks. And the greens are on top. How convenient. Eileen's favorite. I think that's a good idea, Judy. Now, this is wet, not dry. Oh, y'all can't see. Hold on. I'm going to do it back on my camera.
Yeah, I agree, Eileen. Stick with the Amazon. I also ordered the Amazon paper so I could compare them, but I wanted to make sure people knew these are two different papers.
Okay, ink tints work nicely on this.
Okay.
Good idea, Judy. These are just,
That's a good idea, Judy. I think you're right.
and obviously ink tints comes in pencil form or black form. In case you don't know a lot about ink tints. Mine are ancient, had them forever. Whenever they first came out, I guess we all bought them.
How did they work? How are the ink tints on there, Colleen?
Wonderful.
Oh, now what's okay? I was doing stuff. What's on the the flower to by your left hand?
This one's I don't like the alcohol aspect, but I love this. This I was using brushos.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's really pretty.
I love that one too because it's kind of rainbowish.
Yeah, I like that. So those are brushos. What are brushos again? Is that the powdery stuff too?
It's just like they're like a Crayola, but more intense. They have more
Okay. Okay.
more pigment in them.
Who makes them?
Oh, good question. They make the liquid watercolors through Ecoline.
Oh, brush pens, and they're called brushos?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, these are brush pens, not brushos. Brushos are something else. Sorry, guys.
Okay, that's why I'm like, wait a minute.
You're
Okay,
right.
brush
I'm getting
pens.
you too confused. Brushos are not the same as the Ecoline brush pen. Oh, Lordy. There.
Hopefully, I think I have those Ecoline brush pens. So did you put water in?
Brushes are the powder stuff.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's why I was like, oh, okay. So did you wet the paper? Did you wet the paper before you put that up?
I tried it dry and then sprayed it, but I liked it better when it was wet, and then I put it on there.
Okay, okay.
And then I just doused the whole thing just to see what would happen.
I like it.
I do too.
I like it with the stamp on it and then the different colors. That's really cool.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, don't get brushos. Oh my God.
All right, I think I'm going to add a little.
Those are not the same product. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I thought we had some kind of new marker to buy. I think I have some of those. I'll have to look in my markers. But that was a good idea to try that.
That was a good idea. Okay, this is still damp, so you can see this is still damp. So I'm going to put the pencil over the edge to fine tune it where I did this is the same product as what's in the stick. You might pencil form. You can wet it, tap your brush onto the tip of the pen, put it directly on. Again, it's kind of whatever.
Okay, have we tried watercolor yet?
No.
All right, I'll do that.
Look how pretty that looks. That ink tint is pretty. Eileen, I'm sorry, but this ink tint looks really good. You got to break them out and try them again. This looks really good on here.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad those work good on there. I don't know why, but I have a ton of brush markers.
Oh yeah, well you also could try the one liquidy brush tip ones, wherever those are.
Yeah, the watercolor brush tips.
Yeah, I can't think of what they're called. The Eileen made us all buy. Yeah.
Yes, I have those too. All right, let me just try watercolor first.
This paper is really wet. I'm going on the ink tint pencil on the wet paper. just so you guys know. I do have Tim's, what do you call it? Tim's crayon up top. Let's just see if I can fine tune that or not. I might not be able to because it's a wax base.
Jane loves her ink tints.
Jane does. I know, they're nice. I like ink tints too. I really don't use them enough. Honestly, I guess because I don't do a lot of water-based work, but they are really nice.
I think Eileen had a bad experience and just,
let's see.
She suffers from ink tints. What is it? Post-traumatic PTSD.
Post-traumatic stress from ink tints.
Yeah. I think that's what's happened with Eileen.
Yeah, that went right over Tim's. Ah, that's cool.
Intense phobia. It's intense PTSD is what I got, Eileen. That's my, all right.
I think so too.
Don't you? I think that's what it is. Let me get a cup of water.
She had a really bad dream one night about ink tints.
Something happened to her.
They're fun. That's fun to play with on this paper. I could see this this being an addictive. It's still wet.
Okie dokie. All right. So
okay, this is going. The ink tints is going over the Eco line.
Let me put another piece of white paper down. I don't want it to pick this stuff up. All right, I'm not a watercolor painter, so I'm not sure what to do. First, I'm just gonna wet the paintbrush, wet the paint, and then put some on dry paper. Ooh, that catches the paper pretty good.
All right, black. Hopefully I won't regret
Now
this.
that's the smooth side.
Just won't wet the end so I can.
There we go.
Now, this is super duper wet, so some of the fiber, it feels wanting to come off because I didn't dry it in between. So if you don't want it to get too worked over, you might want to dry it in between. You can start seeing right there where it got a little, hold on, right there, got a little fuzzy. But we're putting it to the ultimate abuse, so you don't have to do this.
All right, this grabs the watercolor paper a lot when it's dry.
It's like when it's smeary. Something about it I like.
Wow. So I can't tell you if you really want to use this on with watercolors, but it's intense.
Does anyone want to see anything else on the paper that we haven't thought of? It's been watching. Any sort of pencils or whatever.
Oh, hey, Judy333. I know. I'm glad you're here too. I know you've gone through a hard time. It's good to see you. I have not seen you in a while.
No, we haven't.
Let's try the green.
That's the lid.
And a bit of green over the blue. Huh, it's pretty. Now I'm going to spray water on the paper and then put the watercolor on there. Okay, Gail, that's what I'm going to do now. I want to make sure I've got the, this looks like the fibery side. Okay. Ooh, well, that's wet. Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, wow.
See if any of this is dry.
That is intense.
Where'd my little pieces go? I gotta fold them up in here. Wait a minute. Where'd my little pieces go? I gotta figure out what to do with those. Oh, done. Oh, done. Where's my little pieces? Here they are. All right, let's do this.
It is, Judy. It's very grabby. It is very, and I don't have a whole lot of paint on here. I'm using from the little trays where they're all spread out. And these are the Sennelier watercolor paints. Just so you know, just FYI. I love that blue.
An idea now left. What was I gonna do? It's dry enough. This is still really wet.
Huh, interesting. It
Still
is sucking it up a lot. And this paper was saturated. This one was dry. So yeah. I really don't know how to use watercolor paints. I totally play with them, so. All right, let me look for those brush thingies. I thought I had put them with my watercolor paints, but it looks like I didn't. Oh, yes, maybe I did. Okay. Oh my gosh, I have them in a case. They're so special, they have their own case.
So special, special. So special.
All right.
Who sings that one? Is it? Is that 80s?
Oh, I know. What song is that? I can't even remember.
Sorry. Shoot. That's a good song, wherever it is. I know the words. I don't know who sings it.
Okay, so here they are. All right, so
I like the paper layered on itself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it kind of like blends into itself, doesn't it, if it's wet?
Yeah, if it's wet. This is still damp, and I just use a little stick glue just to get it down. But like, excuse me, a drink.
All right. So these, as I recall, you need to dip in water.
So you can kind of, it's fun that you can paper piece with it. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, when I first started this. Thanks, Eileen.
Let's get those. I like those, Colleen. I like
All my different experiments and wins and loses.
All right, so this, the dry brush on dry paper. This is without dipping it in any water. It's actually interesting.
Where's the other thing? Wait a minute. My other experiments. Hold on. I need a fish.
This is actually good to write on with these watercolor markers. And it's actually, if you wanted to use watercolor to draw or paint in and get it dark, interesting. So these might work good with watercolors if you took a stamp, stamped it, and then colored it with your watercolor.
Agree.
See, because that's just,
All right.
I like the effect. It bleeds a little bit, but not a ton. Let me do a straight line.
This
Okay.
one.
So that's these, what are they called? Zig Clean Color Real Brush Marker, or Real Brush Markers. And this is watercolor, water-based color in here. All right. Now let's get another piece of paper. I hope I have more. I may have to cut more. I thought I cut a whole bunch. Ah, here's one more. Actually, I like these markers on this paper. I've only used them, I tried them on cardstock the first time I used them and I hated them. And then I tried to do it with water, but I like these markers on this paper.
All right. Making notes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So I'm like, I always think I'll remember.
Okay.
Good one. Okay. This one is the Intense. And Neo2s. So far, I think
Really good on this paper. Sorry, Colleen.
Oh, it's okay. My accidental flower is probably one of my favorites. Accidental.
Yeah, the accident with the magics.
Magical. Yeah, that ends up, I think, being my favorite kind of paper piecing. Put you in there.
Okay, so somebody who knows how to work with watercolors would know how to use these on this paper. It seems
So wet.
to.
So I don't have trouble gluing. Okay. Then we did just regular. Oh, wait, we did tissue paper.
Thanks, Star.
Put her down here. Let's see. Where are you going to hang out? I'll hang her up here. Let's do it. I'm right beside her. All right. This is tissue paper.
I'm barely touching the brush to this paper that's wet, and it's just covering it really nice and keeping an intense color. So like I said, somebody who knew what they were doing with watercolors might know how to use this paper better.
Well, I did the matte medium with her face and just wrote over it with the micron. That works really nice. Of course, there is matte medium on it too, in all fairness, but.
Oh yeah, the pens.
Yeah, so that's the other thing we haven't done is tried pens.
Different pens, okay.
And then there's just
That's a
normal
good idea. Let's see.
All right.
Oh, here, I'll try it. These are some of my favorite brush pens with some type of Japanese ink. I don't want to quote the.
All right, stamping. Pens, CO2s, alcohol, tissue, infusions, stamping. What was my other experiments? Let's see if I can cut a shape out of this one. This is the Magicals.
Here's writing on the wet paper.
Oh, I know I need to write on my note is I crinkled the, so that's why I need to write this down. I also did on this one was wet. I also crinkled it. Crinkled the paper while it was wet. All right, so this one's Magicals.
That's the ink on the wet paper.
There.
The black is the ink on the dry paper.
Right. Magicals. So we got Magicals, fusions, stamped, crinkled by wet, and paper pieced, tissue paper, alcohol ink, ink tints, Neo2s, stamping. Is there anything else I did? Let me think. I did so much. This is what Teresa said. I need to take notes.
All right, that's dried up because it has it on top.
Oh, we printed. We did the printer. We printed on it, which is what its intended purpose was to be printed. I guess it wouldn't at least by.
I love how those roosters look on that paper, Colleen.
Aren't they cool?
Yeah, they printed off really nice.
Especially if you kind of you don't want the, white showing, you know what I mean? You just kind of want it to look more vintage. Like a lot of the papers that we used in the farm journal were like cream and, the ledgers and stuff like that they were not white. I mean, there were some white scrapbook papers, but mostly the things were not white.
Let's see, what else do I have? I've got
Oh,
Here, let me get my
did you try the acrylic paint like Christy did?
the what?
The acrylic paint. It just
No,
okay.
regular acrylic paint. Regular acrylic paint.
Yeah, she diluted it and then she uses it for her mandalas. I don't know if you tried that
I
or
didn't
not.
try that.
Okay.
But she uses it. Doesn't she do the dot thing? That's her
Yeah,
mandala.
she does. I was just wondering if you make sure I didn't miss. I didn't think you did. That's why I was asking. All right, so you can use your printer.
Okay, so the micron pens, these write really nice on this paper.
They do. The microns, that's what I'm writing the notes on. I agree. The microns are excellent on this paper. So if you want to do any sort of entangling or writing,
Like you could write a quote up here and then put it on your journal page. And that was the 03. Let me get the really thin 005.
what did I not like? I did not like.
Oh wow.
I did not like the oxides.
I didn't try those.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's one thing I did try. That I did not care for the oxide on there. And
Look at that. This is the thinnest micron that Kathleen at the bottom. It just wrote so smooth on here. And you would have thought because it's fibery paper, it would have been bumpy. It just wrote really smooth.
let's see. Oh, it did.
I really like this. Would be fun to doodle on with markers. Oh wow. This really surprises me. I thought it was going to be bumpy.
Oh, we die cut. That was the other thing. I die cut.
Yeah, the die cut it really nice.
I did the die cut. Put this up here. I love doing this. I love shredding this. I love the effect. I love shredding the edge. That was fun. Let me take this a little smaller so I have more room. I need to add my glow because we die cut it. This is fun. I love this. You can manipulate this to make a flower. See how like this could be, you can start turning these into flowers. So by doing that, you can kind of make it look like petals if you use something other than green. But
oh, I like that. I want to see. This is still wet. I want to see how this writes when it's dry on some of this colored paper.
Okay, and
here. All right, this is pretty dry.
All right. This is Infusions. Torn when wet.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's the same thing, but it's
nice.
just a different look. Now I gotta find my globe. Where did the globe go? My pile of mess here. Globe.
Okay, the micron writes really nice over the dyed paper that I use the Seth sprays on.
There it is.
Look at this, Colleen. That wrote really nice over the Tim spray paper.
It did. And that's the micron again?
Yeah, that's the micron number 1.
The micron, yeah, I definitely like the way it actually just glides nicely on it. Yeah, I'm with you. I like I like
love
it.
That.
How do I do this? I need more room. I'm covering up stuff. I'll try again on one piece of paper. Maybe I did too much. I'll cover up part of it, Rooster. Or probably a magical, because I really, magicals were not my favorite for sure. I think because of because of the glitter.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I like the
I don't like the glitter on it. Yeah, I think I like the matte better than glitter on this paper. Just because I mean you are getting it for its natural fibers, and you know what I mean, you wanted this natural look. So the shiny stuff doesn't really make sense. It does work. To me, it doesn't make sense because you kind of wanted this natural look. I'd stick with doll. All right. Right over. I covered that up. Okay, magicals. Die cut.
so you can spray this paper and then tangle on the colors. Let me start my Zentangles over on this paper.
Oh,
It's so nice.
she's diluted acrylic. So let's go with. I do that so I'll forget what Christy was doing with it.
Is Christy still here?
She may not. Keisha, a lot of them probably are watching Keisha. I think.
Between this and rice paper, what do you think? If this is thicker?
Rice, it's a little thicker, but I feel like it's
Sturdier.
sturdier. That's a great word for it. It's stronger.
But then depending on what kind of rice paper you have, just the
that's
regular
true,
rice
too.
paper that people print on, this is much sturdier. But then I know there are thicker rice papers with the fibers, so it's hard. But just
You're right.
the rice paper that gets printed on, I'd say it's sturdier. Do you think that's it, Colleen?
Yeah, it's definitely. It definitely gives. I agree. Stronger for the printer for sure.
Oh my gosh, I just want to write on this all day. It's not, and you know what? It's not. It doesn't run. It's not running.
No, it doesn't.
It's not running on the dry paper.
I think this would be excellent paper for the Zentanglers out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try the acrylic. Well, this is actually golden and diluted. We'll see. Just see. I have some of those.
Oh wow, it picks it up nice. Now I see why she likes it, because it pulls in the color.
Okay, it's not a bad test to do. Okay, there's diluted acrylic. Let's just do a little bit that's not diluted. Oh, you know, we didn't do one. I think we didn't do was emboss, I think. I thought about that now. Let's see. Let's do the liquid acrylic that's not.
You know what? I'll emboss on one of my colored sheets.
Yeah,
I'll emboss on a color sheet and a plain sheet.
That's what we
mine.
forgot. And the other thing I was thinking about is wax, you know, like could be good. Since it has that natural, of course you don't feel the fibers if you do, but this is just the fluid acrylic, not diluted. So when you dilute it, then like there's the acrylic fluids diluted, so it looks like watercolor, and then there's not diluted. It looks nice on the paper though. I like it. If you don't smear it.
Okay, I like this. Like my little vine.
You did watercolors. I did everything but watercolors. I mean, pretty much every other liquid
Yeah, here's
known to
the
mankind. So,
watercolor on dry, and here's the watercolor on wet.
okay.
So it grabs the color for both. It spreads more when it's wet, but it grabs color.
Acrylic fluid paint. Fluid acrylic.
Oh wait, what was I gonna do, Kelly?
Oh, you're gonna do
Emboss.
the embossing.
Okay. I almost started drawing some more, but let me emboss. I'll emboss this T1. No. Oh, here. I'm gonna emboss. This paper's still damp. No, this one's a little bit damp. I'll emboss this one, and then I'll emboss. These are wet.
The only thing we didn't do was sew on it. I didn't sew on one. I think we were
No, which probably is pretty easy.
Which I think it'd be fine because we sew on every other kind of paper there is. So here, I'll run over and I'll sew on this, my big spill.
Okay. All right, I'm just over here getting an embossing folder, and I'm going to run mine through the embossing machine. I don't know if you can hear me. I need to do two. One with writing and one with a pattern.
I was thinking something else that we need to try would be a transfer of one jelly print with it and make notes. So it'd be like jelly print with it. You could do maybe a transfer with it. You're thinking you could try it on your jelly plate. You could definitely do that. You could definitely try some sort of transfer from your printer. So I could try that with one of these little chickens. So it sews beautifully, looks good. Easy peasy. And that's with it after it got damp and everything. So sewing's perfect. Let's get a plain piece and just try to print something out to try to do it. If it's little wet embossing powder, it will stick to it. Embossing folder. Oh, embossing folder. Doing.
Okay, this embossed really nice. Okay, no, it's a folder, Eileen, and I think you kind of want it to be a little wet, but look at. That embossed really nice. I'm going to put a little black ink on this, and then here's the other one I did with just a pattern.
Okay, you did the dry embossing?
Yes.
Okay.
Dry embossing with the pattern and dry embossing with writing. And let me get my ink pad and lightly go, see if I can lightly go over this. It did emboss nice in it. This is this one was a little more wet than this one. They're just a little bit damp. The ink will catch on some of the fibers, but that's kind of cool.
Oh, actually, I do like that they caught on some of the fibers.
I know. I'm going to try something after I do here. I'll do more. I'll let it catch on the fibers on the pattern one more.
Now, I will say this probably will not do this well because it soaked it up. But, I mean, we're all here for, all right, I'm trying anyway. But don't, oh no, we'll see. I was afraid, it is showing up. I was afraid it soaked it all up. I'd say do it quick. All right, let's heat this up.
Oh, it's actually pulling the fibers off, but I wonder if that's because it's wet.
Probably.
Here's that one. That looks cool.
Okay, I like that. That's the ink pad over the embossing folder, right?
Yeah.
I like it. Remember not to go too down as it disappears. I did that the last time.
Okay. It might, but not if you did it lightly. This one, this one was just a real light emboss. So I wonder if the 3D, if you used just one tray, it might work and not cut through it. You'd have to play around.
Okay, so I use the embossing enamel. That looks cool. I don't want to get too close because I got too close and then it kind of sunk it into the paper. But if you don't get too close, this actually did work. This worked too. Just don't heat it. Don't get too close. I don't know why. It's just, I guess, the nature of the paper. I heat up just a smidge more. It still feels a little grainy. I don't know if I like this so much on here, but it does work.
All right, let me wrinkle this one.
I'm not using the heat. I think the embossing is going to be too hot.
All right.
All right. I don't love it and I don't hate it. I'm not sure if this is a good subject for embossing. It doesn't really get the full effect. So I would say that embossing definitely not my favorite.
Well, Judy, in a pinch, it's soft enough you could. Did you see what Judy said?
Yeah, but wipe your butt and blow your nose. There you
And
go.
I said, in a pinch, it's soft enough. Wouldn't you agree?
It's quite pricey, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, in a pinch.
In a pinch, yes.
I know.
I
Okay,
do
so
like,
this was.
I do like how you embossed it. I do like the embossing folder with it.
Yeah, and I like the grunge too.
But then that does, I mean, yeah, and yeah, I like the grunge.
That's just sprinkled and then the ink pad over it.
Yeah.
Oh, here, you know what else? Here, I'm going to use, let's see. Yeah, I'd say if you're going to use the ink pad over it, make sure the paper's dry.
I can say if I worked out as hard as I worked this paper, I'd be in excellent shape right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, let's crunch this up.
It's fun to see what's going to happen on it. It really is. I'm going to try, one thing I would try, and we've been busy here and then I'm going to sign off. Let's just try, let's just see how the pastel, and there's an oil pastel. Just to see how this is going to look.
I'm amazed and I wonder, I have to get a dry piece of this paper because I'm amazed at the fibers that are coming off when
If you took your embossing folder and ran some chalk over it, it would probably look nice as well. Not chalk, yeah. I mean pastel, I meant.
Oh, like pan pastel. Oh, that's what we didn't use on here, pan pastel.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, this is soft pastels, and those, I was thinking how you have the, you got the pattern on yours. You could rub that over it.
Yeah.
So, I want to try, it's like I'm going to grab an oil pastel just for fun and see.
Well, that fixed this paper.
I grab all my cheapies. All right.
Oh, are you doing the oil pastel over the embossing folder?
Oh, no, just on the paper, just seeing how it looks.
Oh, no, I like this yucky paper. This is my magicals. I saved my magicals with grunge. Oh, wow, this is still pretty wet. I'm going to let this one dry.
Well, the oil pastel doesn't smear when you rub it on here. That's interesting. Because normally you can take an oil pastel and smear it.
Oh wait, it depends if it's water soluble oil pastel or regular oil pastel.
Oh, I don't know. I see.
I don't think the Reeves aren't water soluble.
Okay.
Bye, Helen. Thank you so much for modding.
Thank you,
Have a good
Helen.
weekend.
Been a long day. Sorry, we kind of get in our experimental mode here. Thank you for being here and for the links. Let's try this as a oil pastel Prima.
All right, I'm going to use.
Now that one I'm able to move. Maybe it was just because it's cheapy. I say you should be able to, so. See ya later. Have a good day. Enjoy the sunshine and warm weather. Woohoo! You're
It
no
really
longer
does
cold
fix
anymore.
everything. Okay, I'm going to use, all right, I'm going to wrinkle this up and use the Crackling Fire Distress ink on here. See how that looks.
Okay, try because I did not like the oxide. That was just
Yeah, I use the ink. I won't use the oxide.
try that. It's not. I mean, again, we're using for things they don't advertise it for. So you're gonna winners, you're gonna losers. I was like,
Yeah, you can just see what you want to try. Here, I want to
Yeah.
It's really good.
have fun.
I love those chicks.
Dude, they're too cute.
They're cute chicks. Oh, look at that. I like it. I like it.
Let's see. Oh, that did nice. So the ink pad did way better than the spray.
Yes.
Okay, well that's interesting.
So I crinkled. It's the yellow sunflower Seth spray. Let it dry, crinkle the paper, and then put the Tim Crackling Campfire on top.
Wow,
Interesting.
it is interesting. This stays on
I like it.
ink. I think that the ink tints was my biggest surprise of how much I like the ink tints on it.
Is that the purple flower?
Yeah, that one
looks
was a
good.
surprise to me that I liked the ink tint so much. The alcohol ink was another surprise. I was not expecting to turn out. And I'd say I expected to die cut. I knew stamping was fine. This was a surprise. The ink tints did so beautifully. I knew it would sew and die cut. I anticipated most everything, but like the paper piecing was my favorite surprise.
Yeah.
I didn't start off like thinking I'm going to paper piece with this product. So I think that was fun to figure out for me. Like just because you can have this kind of fibery, earthy little flower. I don't know how else to describe it.
Do you have a binder now, Colleen, to keep those sheets of paper in?
I should make one.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Anything where you experiment, have it be your experiment binder, and just put them in there. Keep them all together.
I think this one. I mean, I love this one. So that one, I loved this one with the ink tints.
Put the date somewhere on that piece of paper.
And I love the paper piecing. Date. Oh, date's a good idea.
Yeah, put a date on there.
So that was, some of these I'm not surprised, and some I am surprised. I mean, I figured this would work. I did try the different inks. All of them stamped nicely. Some are lighter, some are darker, depending on what you use. But I like this for an organic feel. And like I said, this one I really love. My favorite is this. I think my runner-up might be the paper piecing, and third for me would be the ink tints, because I never use them. I think I would use them more like this because it's fun.
Oh, this is interesting. The longer I let this sit, the more it spread, and I'm beginning to like it better. That's just the alcohol inks dripped on the paper.
Ooh, yeah, I like the alcohol inks on it. I really, really like them on there. It just, you can, once you can leave them spread, you can wet it ahead of time, wet it afterwards. Like, I really like that, how those turned out. I don't know. That was cool.
This one was cool. This was the T Seth Apter with the Tim patina spray. See how I got that bluish patina in there from the Tim spray?
All right. Eileen likes my fringy look. Thanks, Eileen. I like that too. That was fun to manipulate when it was wet and pliable. That was fun to manipulate to see what we could do with it. I think you could shape those into flower petals or anything else you wanted to use it for, or have it hanging out your book. Yes, so this was fun to do. This guy needs some petals. Oh, see, then you go in and I'm very good. Then you go in and do it.
I'm gonna try the Tim patina ink on here now, as long as I have this here.
Oh yeah, and we like these pens on here.
Oh, the micron pens, definitely.
The micron pens is also the bomb. Let me write that down there. We love the micron pens, so this works so good. If you're a doodler, drawer, Centangler, you'll love that. I love how that feels on there.
All right, so I want the distressed ink. Let's see how this goes. Oh, wow, Colleen.
I'm sure you can ink the edges up. If I had inked the edges before I glued them down. Let's see.
All right. There's the patina just dragged across there.
So I should write down a couple notes. One of the notes being, write down on this, would be to try the jelly plate. Jelly plate with it. We didn't try that.
Hey, Colleen, you want me to scan my stuff and send this to you, and you can make more notes on it?
Sure, that'd be great.
I'll do that when we get off.
So I'm thinking jelly plating on this could be really cool, but I don't know what necessarily acrylic. I think I would like it jelly plated with the infusions or, something. I think instead of the acrylic, I don't know if I would like the acrylic on it so much, but I think like infusions or whatever would be nice.
Alcohol. We need to try that alcohol ink technique on the jelly plate with the stencils with this paper.
Yes.
I think that would be cool.
Yes, agree. Because I love the alcohol inks on it, and I love the more water soluble product on it, and the alcohol inks were my favorite. And like this actually turned out nice. It was Diane's sprays. You tried the others. I used Diane's sprays, and I like Diane's sprays on the paper, and I like this better after I added some water and it modeled it a bit. I like how that looked afterwards.
So do you think the paper's like that's a good sturdy paper to do a die cut with and then spray?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. I'm in love with this paper. As everybody can see, we're still here. Like I literally love this paper. Yay. I think the alcohol ink, that would be fun to do. The alcohol ink jelly plate with it. Because like I said, the acrylic paint looks good, right? And it works great. But I really, I like the blurred, I don't know, less than perfect look.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. And I also like this for vintage pages. If you were printing out something you wanted the color and the texture, if you wanted to look more vintage, I think that's also nice. Like if I had printed, for instance, especially words like this, if I just printed this out onto computer paper, I don't think it would have looked as cool as on this paper, especially with wording.
Right.
It makes it, if I'd been on white printer paper, I don't think it would have looked that good. But now, because it's got on this cool off-color It's cool off-color paper. This could be, because everything here is kind of grungy, and I could also do is grunge this up a little bit more too, because it's laser, so it's not going to run. So now, see how it just kind of will blend in naturally with all the color tones. Like maybe not on the white one. Most of these aren't white, but yeah. So I think wording, I really like that. See, that looks good there with the cow. Hope you can't see a darn thing. Okay. Help those on camera. So
there.
Yeah.
I think that's almost everything I did.
And that looks I think that complements her paper and the cow. Like, look how good that looks.
Oh, I love that.
That one never looked as good on printed out on regular printer paper. So I think
so you printed that out and then tore it off, and it made that nice edging. That is awesome, Colleen.
Yeah, I think that just makes, I think for these grungy journals, I think this printing things out on this alone is just nicer.
Yeah, I know, it's nice.
And then, if, you could age it or, so on and so forth, I mean, the edges like you would any other piece of paper, but, but.
Yeah, just a light little.
Just a smidge.
Yeah, so those fibery things kind of stand out.
Yeah, I like this for if you're into the vintage age stuff. I think this is good.
I'm glad you found that paper, Colleen, because it's a lot cheaper. It'll be good to play with.
It is good to play with, and I think it's not too bad. I mean, it was like I think it was like $28 with shipping, but that's for 100 pieces of paper.
That's good.
I mean, think about how many things we have made today and haven't really dented. I'm gonna wet this a little. I haven't really dented it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I have to say, all this stuff on mine was made from one sheet of paper, and my sheets for the big 20-inch by 30-inch work out to be like $2.50 a piece.
Yeah. So I think it was. I've paid a lot more for other stuff. I think this is.
No, that was a great find.
Yeah, for me, it's worth it. I was like, I like it. It's different, and it's so fun to kind of like use all of your things you already have, but you're like all excited to use them because you got a new,
right,
like a new medium to play with.
And I like how it. I love how it grabs. I'll be anxious. I can't wait to get the one you used. I'm sure it'll be the same. I can't wait
to see if it is the same.
I can't wait to use the Seth After sprays on it, because I love how the Seth After sprays turned out on these.
I loved all the water soluble products on it.
Hey, did you use your Seth After sprays on yours yet?
No, I just used the Delusions, Diane's, and the oxides, which I hated, and that's it.
Okay.
And I used a walnut ink spray.
Okay. How did that one turn out? Good.
Yeah, and I think that's again another fun medium. See, now it's even more. See, now I just grunge the edge, and I just think that looks neat.
Yeah.
So. And you'd have to like work harder to get this if you had it on printer paper.
Oh yeah.
Boom. There's a title to your cow I added, and yeah.
I love that.
Oh, I'm glad you have fun, Dar. I really appreciate you. We appreciate your putting in links and
thank you, Dar.
And keeping conversations going, and sometimes we got quiet a few moments when we were thinking about what we were doing.
Well, that's a thing. We start playing, and then you start thinking of different things to do. You kind of lose track of chat.
Yeah. So hopefully everybody got inspired to try this at if not now, later. All right, guys. I think Keisha is streaming live. She has a sale. So if you want to go over and Keisha's Creations and shop or lurk, have some company for the afternoon. Thanks for being here, guys. And we will see you Tuesday at Kathy's.
Yep, we will be here. All right, thanks, Colleen. Sorry I was late.
It's okay. Bye, everybody.
This was fun. Thanks.